Hello YouTube, this is your girl Miss Sasha LaRue coming to you live and direct from the East Coast, and that would be the city of brotherly love and sisterly affection. Ting, ting, ting ting's here. I'm coming to you on a November 29th, 2014 update. I'm going to have to go into the meat and potatoes of this video quickly because I'm doing it from my desktop, and I keep on, this is like my third attempt to do it, and every video has been like 17 minutes long, and I can't make it that long, and it has to be shorter to upload it to YouTube. At any rate, so with that being said, let's get the show on the road. I had a great Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving was wonderful. Spent it with family at my son's house, and a bunch of kids running, full of energy. Wasn't really too concerned or worried about the food situation. I'm not concerned at all, to tell you the honest to God truth. It was just another day, and food just happened to be there. It was nice to cook. I made a red velvet cake, which I had a slice of, and I had a slice of sweet potato pie that my mother had made us, and before she left, but we had to bake it off in the oven, but she did all the hard work on that one, and it was delish. As far as my plate was concerned, I kept it like it normally should be. My protein, veggies, and that was the day that I did have some starches that I don't normally have during the week or on a day-to-day basis, which was your typical, a little bit of macaroni and cheese, a little bit of potato au gratin, and a little bit of yams. But it wasn't something that it was like it was no big deal for me, you know. I'm not worried about Thanksgiving Day. I can worry about the rest of the days. Every other day, you know, can trip me up sometimes, you know. It's been known to be in the past, you know. So those kind of things, you know, it's easy to pass up the potatoes now and those things. Like, I was like a mashed potato, gravy, butter type of girl prior to surgery. But since surgery, I haven't really had the craving for it. I like the comfort and the warmth of it, if that makes sense. But I can make some mock mashed potatoes out of the cauliflower, and it does what it's supposed to do for me. But at any rate, so it wasn't a big issue for me on food day. I enjoyed the day. I enjoyed what I wanted to have, and I kept it moving. It was no big deal. I think the only Thanksgiving I can recall that was a problem, which is, this is only the third one, it was the first Thanksgiving, which I was fresh off the table, and I just didn't know what to eat and how much to eat. When I busted, I didn't even want to fart too much because I was afraid I was going to bust my sleeve. That was the only time, and I can't even recall last year's what issue. So like I said, I didn't go in and worry about if I was going to gain or lose or maintain or whatever. I knew the work that I had put in the days prior to, the weeks before, the months before were working, and I've been grinding, so it was no big deal. It was a day, had it, came, it went, it's over. We didn't host it, thank goodness. It was hosted at my son's house, like I said, and all of the leftovers stayed there, so I controlled what came back here. That red velvet cake didn't come back here, it stayed over there with them, because see, that I can't be trusted around. I would be able to justify a pinch of that, and that can definitely, I ain't got time for that. There'll be time for all that, right, Kenny? It'll be time for all that later on. So it wasn't even a big deal, though. I'm having way too much fun right now anyway, as far as what I'm doing and seeing the results that I've been seeing. I look down like that because, yep, that's the beast that I'm trying to get rid of right now, is the tummy. And it has went down, I want to say 3 inches. I'm not totally sure, and that's not official. I would have to confirm that on Tuesday when I do measure again. But I think so. I think it was 3 inches. I can't be too sure. Maybe more. I don't know. But with the workouts that I'm doing right now are definitely geared towards fat burning. So I'm like uber excited about this. You know, what I'm doing right now is a lot of fun, and I'm just trying to be good at it. And you know, it's nothing like a hard workout to let you know that you really do suck, and you're not a beast. Yes, I am. I'll always be a beast. I'm a total beast. So yeah, so those things are working. As far as that part of the journey, everything's going good. No complaints at all. 0. Let's talk about the topic at hand that I have not heard anyone talk about, being on this journey. Now, I am 48 years old. I'm a 48-year-old woman who had a hysterectomy in 2010. A partial hysterectomy, meaning I still have ovaries and I still ovulate and produce estrogen, but at a lower rate because I am older and I've had a hysterectomy, and the hormones that would normally come from the uterus that would assist in that is no longer there. Blah, blah, blah. This ain't science class. It's not healthy. So, I believe last night I experienced my first episode of a hot flash. I believe I am I've been let into the door of menopause. I probably have been perimenopausal for the last 10 years, but no symptoms, really. Especially after weight loss surgery, because I really couldn't tell if I was having a hot flash when I was 300 pounds or 280 something pounds, carrying all that weight, because I was always hot. You know, wintertime, I'm sweating, I'm walking to the elevator, I'm busting down in sweats, and, you know, carrying all that weight that I was carrying had me sweating. And I thought maybe but that was just obesity. So it wasn't Mother Nature and, you know, and everything. So last night I'm in bed and I automatically feel this surge of heat through my body. Now I sleep with them. We're always cold. You know, weight loss surgery patients are always cold. All the women I've talked to, and 9 times out of 10, maybe not all the women I've talked to, but the majority of the people I spoke to, weight loss surgery people, are cold, always cold. Never hear the men complain about it, so I'm not leaving you guys out. I don't know, George, do you get cold? Michael, do you get cold? NS, North and Southern, do you get cold? I know you always chilling, and maybe that's what you're talking about. Are you cold? What's up? I don't know if it's just a women thing or not, which I think it is, because we have that extra layer of fat, and we're bringing fat down, and I don't know. Maybe men just don't complain about it as much. I don't know. But yeah, so I stay cold, and I sleep with an electric blanket and 2 extra blankets on my bed. And I had that on last night. So you might think, well, hello, you had all that on. But normally, I'm still cold. Last night, it was a different heat that hit me. I had to take the covers off, turn the electric blanket off. Then I got cold. Then I had to put the covers back on, turn the electric blanket. I mean, this went on for like 3 hours last night. And I mean, it had me up all night. And I just got up at 4 o'clock because I just couldn't sleep no more. I was so uncomfortable. I was so sweaty and so wet. My hair was glued to my head. I ripped off the scarf. I wanted to rip off my clothes. I didn't want anything touching me. I wanted to shave my head bald. That's how hot I was. And it was my core. It was like the core heat. It started in the middle and it's worked its way up to my head. And it was just like, what is going on? I didn't know what was going on, you know. I said, well, maybe I'm coming down with something. Maybe I'm getting sick. Maybe I'm getting a cold. My nose had been stuffy. Last week I wasn't feeling too good. So maybe the cold has finally caught up with me and got me. Then I started feeling better. You know, as the day on, I got up and I went out. I did my running around, today, so with no problem. And I came back and, you know, I felt good. And then I got hot again. And it hit me again. I had another one. Now, I put something on Facebook early this morning. I was like, what is this, freezing hot flashes? Because at that moment, I thought, this is hot flashes. So, this is hot flashes. This is what you're going through right now. And this may be the onset of menopause, going through menopause. And I said, wow, it is about that time. You know, I'm 48. And just because I'm 48, you know, I mean, just because I'm 40, I don't feel like I'm the 48 that I thought 48 was when I was 18, okay? I don't feel that way. You know, I feel like I'm 28. You know, don't feel 48 of what we used to think 48 would feel like. I feel healthy. I'm glad that I took the steps that I did to feel this way. You know, this is a blessing too, because I probably could be feeling a lot worse, you know, if this is what's going on. So I, you know, even though you feel good and you are healthier, your internal clock is still ticking, it's still going, and things are changing. And with women, especially that, we go through our change, and I don't know if this is what I'm going through or not, but I'm definitely going to be scheduling an appointment with my OBGYN to get some clarification and understanding on what's going on, and also how this would affect, being a weight loss surgery patient. I don't know. I just never heard any of the WLS people, women, talk about it, or men who might have wives who, I just never heard about it, and I never even thought about it too much. Maybe the summertime, I think me and Dawn was laughing about that, because we stay cold all the time, that this would be great because we won't have to go through hot flashes. I don't know, Dawn, I think we're wrong, because clearly I am feeling some heat up in Chaw. So yeah, so I'm if anybody have any feedback or any information you want to share, hit me up down below, hit me up in the inbox. I don't know, let's talk about it, because it's a subject that I've never heard anyone, really speak about on here, and I believe that I'm in the beginning stages of menopause. It's about the right time. I can say, well, maybe it's because it's the decrease in the fat cells of the hormones and everything like that, but no, it's about time. When it comes down to it, I'm probably like right on target age for this to be going on. So yeah, that's another part of the journey of life. I don't know, I'm looking forward to turning 50 and everything. I had no fears of growing older, but some people do. I know some women who freaked out when they turned 40 years old. When they hit 40, they had a meltdowns, and forget about at 50. When this one lady, she was upset, and then she was upset that she wasn't getting a period anymore because of menopause. I don't have that issue. I don't have that problem. But depending on where you are in your life, and if you're married, if you have children, this can really impact you emotionally, because it is an emotional journey, because it affects us all differently. I don't know how it's going to affect me. I haven't noticed any mood swings or anything like that. I think just sometimes just being a woman, and we tend, well, allegedly are emotional, but who knows? That's up for debate. Is it? But yeah, so that is something that's going on that I'm thinking about how to deal with if that's the case. I know there's tests that the doctors can run to confirm it. So I'm looking for in the beginning of the year to get it investigated, talk to the doctor and see what he says, and go from there and try to control these things. And I think I've had it felt like 3 hot flashes already today. Like, it's a heat that I've never experienced in my life ever before in my life, ever. So yeah, let's talk about it. Want to give a quick shout out to GeorgeDaRightBrother. Thank you, sir, for showing us what 1 year can look like. You've done a phenomenal job. I believe everybody in this community is so super proud of you, and enjoys you and everything that you bring. You've done well, and you just keep on doing it. I knew that you were going to do great anyway when you kicked in the door from the door. You came in not even needing to be introduced. You introduced yourself, and you kept it moving. You've done a fantastic job. Thank you very much for showing how it can be done. And for everybody else at this time of giving thanks, I thank you all for joining my journey, supporting me, putting up with my antics, being my friend, being someone I can talk to and get advice from. Everybody has, really touched me in such special ways, and I do appreciate each and every one of you guys. My only hope and prayer is that I can give back what has been given to me. And it's so nice to be surrounded by good people who generally just want to see you do good, and just good people I have on my team. So I thank you all, and I'm about to wrap it up. Have a wonderful day, and talk to you soon. Bye.